Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Dena Zena. I'm from System Information A class. My name is 2513005. I will explain and give example of 16 tenses in English. Has three forms: positive, negative, and interrogative. The first one is simple present tense, to express habits, general truths, or facts that are always true. Example, in a positive way is I drink coffee every morning. She teaches English at a high school. The negative way is I don't like rainy days. He doesn't watch TV often. The interrogative way is do you play basketball on weekends? Does your brother work in a bank? The second is present continuous tense, to describe an action that is happening right now or around this moment. Example, in a positive way is I'm reading a novel right now. They are cleaning the classroom. In a negative way is I am not watching any movies tonight. She isn't doing her homework now. The interrogative way is are you listening to music? Is he cooking dinner for the family? The third is present perfect tense, to express an action that has been complete but still has a connection to the present. Example, in a positive way is I have seen that movie twice. She has finished her assignment. The negative way is I haven't visited Jakarta yet. He hasn't eaten breakfast today. In a interrogative way is have you ever traveled abroad? Has she met your parents before? Next is present perfect continuous tense, to show an action that started in the past and is still continuing until now. Example, in a positive way is I have been studying science morning. They have been waiting for the bus for an hour. In a negative way is I haven't been sleeping well lately. He hasn't been attending class this week. In interrogative way is have you been working out recently? Has she been crying all night? The next is simple past tense, to describe an action that happened and finished in the past. Example, in a positive way is I visited my grandmother last weekend. He bought a new phone yesterday. In a negative way is I didn't go to school yesterday. She didn't enjoy the concert. In an interrogative way is did you see the eclipse last night? Did they win the football match? The next is past continuous tense, to show an action that was happening at a specific time in the past. Example, in a positive way is I was cooking when you called me. They were studying at 8 p.m. yesterday. The negative way is I wasn't sleeping when he arrived. She wasn't watching TV at the time. In an interrogative way is were you reading when I text you? Was she driving home last night? The seventh is past perfect tense, to describe an action that was completed before another action in the past. Example, in a positive way is I had finished my homework before dinner. She had left when I came home. In a negative way is I hadn't cleaned my room before mom arrived. They hadn't eaten before the meeting. In an interrogative way is had you studied before the test started? Had she called you before leaving? The eighth is past perfect continuous tense, to show an action that had been happening for some time before another action in the past. Example, in a positive way is I had been working for 3 hours before lunch. They had been living in that house for 10 years. In a negative way is I hadn't been studying for long before the exam. She hadn't been feeling well 4 days. In an interrogative way is, had you been waiting long before the bus came? Had he been practicing the song before the show? The next is simple future tense, to express an action that will happen in the future. Example is, in a positive way is, I will travel to Bali next month. She will call you later tonight. The negative way is, I won't join the trip this weekend. He won't play in the tournament. In an interrogative way is, will you come to my birthday party? Will they visit us tomorrow? The 10th tense is future continuous tense, to describe an action that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. Example, in the positive way is, I will be studying at 9 p.m. tonight. They will be working at the office tomorrow morning. In a negative way is, I won't be sleeping at this hour tomorrow. She won't be staying at home on Sunday. In an interrogative way is, will you be using the laptop later? Will he be driving to the airport? The next is future perfect tense, to show that an action will be completed before a specific time in the future. Example, in a positive way is, I will have finished my project by next Friday. She will have graduated before her 22nd birthday. In a negative way is, I won't have completed the task by 8 a.m. He won't have left the office by noon. In interrogative way is, will you have arrived before the meeting starts? Will they have booked the bridge by next year? The next is 12, future perfect continuous tense, to describe an action that will have been happening for a period of time before a specific future time. Example, in a positive way is, by December, I will have been living here for 2 years. She will have been studying for 5 hours by midnight. In a negative way is, I won't have been working here long by next month. He won't have been waiting for you that long. In interrogative way is, will you have been studying for 3 hours by 9 p.m.? Will they have been driving for 10 hours by then? The next is simple past future tense, to talk about something that would happen in the future as seen from the past. Example, in a positive way is, I will buy that car if I had enough money. She would help you if she had time. In a negative way is, I wouldn't go there alone. He wouldn't eat spicy food. In interrogative way is, would you visit me if I invited you? Would they agree with your idea? Next is past future continuous tense, to express an action that will be in progress at a certain time in the future from a past point of view. Example, in a positive way is, I would be studying if I were at home. They would be traveling if they had the change. In a negative way is, I wouldn't be working today if it were Sunday. She wouldn't be crying if she were happy. An interrogative way is, would you be sleeping now if you weren't here? Would he be helping his father right now? The 15th is past future perfect tense, to describe an action that would have been completed before a certain time in the future from the past. Example, in a positive way is, I would have finished the report if I had started earlier. She would have passed the exam if she had studied. In a negative way is, I wouldn't have met him if I hadn't gone there. They wouldn't have lost if they had practiced more. An interrogative way is, would you have come if I had invited you? Would he have succeeded if he had tried harder? The 16th is past future perfect continuous tense, to show an action that would have been continuing for some time before another event in the future, seen from the past. Example, in a positive way is, I would have been studying all night if the power hadn't gone out. They would have been traveling for days if the storm hadn't happened. In a negative way is, I wouldn't have been waiting if you had told me earlier. She wouldn't have been crying if things had gone well. An interrogative way is, would you have been working all day if the meeting hadn't been cancelled? Would they have been driving all night if the weather was better? That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Bye.